And then prevents his ears from hearing offensive speech, such as backbiting, malicious slander, false testimony, and lying. The Prophet Muhammad said, if you listen to backbiting, then you're partaking in it, because you've become the vesicle for the vesicle for the actual poison. You take in that poison. And so if somebody backbites, the Muslim is encouraged to say, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. Or should we really be talking about this? And the Prophet was asked what was backbiting. He said backbiting is to mention your brother or sister in a way that had they been in your presence, they would have detested it. And one of his companions said, what if it was true? And he said, no, that's only if it was true. If it was false, that's calumny. Right? So backbiting is saying true things about people that are unpleasant. And we know the insidious effects that it has within our workspaces and within our, right? And one of the Muslim Sufis once said, whenever you hear somebody backbiting to you about somebody else, be sure that he's going to be backbiting about you to somebody else, right? Because it's nature, right? There's a nature there that's emerging, that's showing up. And then he says, it is more obvious that the tongue should abandon what was mentioned. In other words, if it's prohibited to listen to these things, how much greater is it to be the one who's perpetrating or speaking about them? Now, obviously, there are circumstances in the Islamic tradition where you can say things about people, like bearing witness against them in a court of law, asking a position. If somebody asks you, if you had business transactions with somebody who cheated you, and somebody says, listen, I'm thinking about going into business with so-and-so, how was your experience with them? You're obligated to tell them, I had a bad experience with them, with the condition that you don't embellish it. And by the way, he drinks too, right? So